Welcome back, YouTube friends. Thanks for joining me again today. This is our second episode. Today I'm going to have a very beginner project using one 2x4. I've cut it down already into a 6-inch length, two of them. I'm going to go over to the miter saw and put a 15-degree cut on each end. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the table and I'm going to continue on the project from there. So stay tuned and I'll see you at the table. Welcome back to the table. Sorry about the lighting. I have a light. It was, so here's my two. And what I've done is the 15-degree cuts on either side. So what I also did is I took another piece and I went on a 30-degree cut on either side. I'm going to see which one I like best when I get to my last step and get it all completed. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the belt sander, which I have up on my table right now. I'm just going to sand these down. What I'll do is I'll get this done and then we'll come right back. All right? Okay. A little bit of a rookie move for me. I had the belt sander going, didn't put on a mask. So it inhaled a little bit of sawdust. So next time, make sure you got your PPE. I'm afraid I don't know if I have a big enough bit for the hole that I need, but I'm going to try to improvise all the way through. So I'm hoping that this will work, but we'll see. Maybe I got to go buy some new tools. All right, I'm going to take you to the drill press. The drill press, first time in a video that I've had to use the drill press. So I'm just going to knock out a couple little holes here, and then we're going to go back to our workbench. So stay with me. I'll get some of these knocked out, and we'll get back over there. All right, again, I did not put on my PPE. So if there's a will, there's a way. So what I've done is I've had to use 3 different bits just because I didn't have the big enough Forstner bit. So that'll be my next purchase, just another set that goes above the 1 inch. So now I'm going to go back to the table. I'm going to give these a quick hand sand and then add some stain. All right? So like we never even left the table. We're back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use 100 grit sandpaper. I'm just going to hand sand these just to my liking and take off those rough edges. Just give these all a quick little hand sanding, and then I'll get into doing some stain, and then we'll get an end product. And this is just an old scrap 2x4 that I've used. You don't have to go out and buy top-end wood. Like I said, this is just a hobby. One that I never thought that I would actually do. But you know what? I'm enjoying it. I get out, and right now I've got the garage door open, so I've got some fresh air coming into the garage, and it's an overcast, rainy day here in Nova Scotia, but I'll take it. You can comment in the comment section a project that you think might be worth a beginner to tackle. Because right now I just kind of go with some smaller ones that I see and see other creators doing as well. So I use their ideas and see if I can actually put together what they're doing, but feel free. Let me know what you think, and if there's a project you want to see me try to complete, I will do my best to try to complete that. So I have a coffee stain, which is a darker stain, and then the other one is a Colonial maple, which is a nice light type of stain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one of them in the Colonial maple, and then the other 2 in the coffee stain, and we'll see what that difference is and see which one we might like the best. Got my screwdriver in here so I can hold it so I don't get my hands all over it, and then I'll have to wipe off the screwdriver. I just got a little piece of wood here on my workstation so I don't get it all stained, and if I want to continue to do something else after this, that way then I don't get stained over that. Wipe off some of this excess stain here. And I guess I gotta use my fingers. I have stain all over me now, but that's alright. And then we're just gonna let these dry. I think it'll probably take a few hours for them to dry. That's because it is damp in here too, so it may take a little longer than normal. Alright, so I got my stain out. So what I'm gonna do is I've got two different stains here that I can use. So I have a coffee stain, which is a darker stain, and then the other one is a Colonial maple, which is a nice light type of stain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one of them in the Colonial maple, and then the other two in the coffee stain, and we'll see what that difference is and see which one we might like the best. Get some of that stain in this hole here, so I get it all stained. It's tough to stain in a little hole that the paper towel won't really. It'll go in, but it takes a bit. All right, so that's in there. Hey, now that's looking, I like that. That looks really nice. I'm just going to throw that in there for a minute. I use my screwdriver to hold it so I don't have to, you can't even see that, can you? Sorry about that. So I've got my screwdriver in here so I can hold it so I don't get my hands all over it, and then I'll have to wipe off the screwdriver. I just got a little piece of wood here on my workstation so I don't get it all stained, and if I want to continue to do something else after this, that way then I don't get stained over that. Actually, I should do in the middle first on this one. All right. Well, this has been a lot of fun. It gets me out of the house, doing some little projects here and there, and it keeps me busy. Sometimes you're always wondering, what can I do? Or you think, oh, I'd like to try that. Well, I've said that for I don't know how many years, that I would like to do things like this. We've had tools, and I just never really took advantage of that. So here I am, and having a lot of fun so far. We'll see what comes around the corner anyways, and then never know what the next project's going to be. I'll watch YouTube, and next thing you know, I see a different project that I would like to try, and that's kind of where I come up with my ideas and get my ideas, because I find it very hard to on the fly think of an idea, so I need to see things and watch how they're done, and that way then I can try to recreate or add my touch to it, or whatever else I can do. I'm just going to wipe off some of this excess stain here. And I guess I got to use my fingers. I have stain all over me now, but that's all right. And then we're just going to let these dry. I think it'll probably take a few hours for them to dry. That's because it is damp in here too, so it may take a little longer than normal, but that's okay. So there's that one. Get some of this off this one. It's on there pretty thick. This one's a gel stain, so it really holds really well. Should be wearing gloves. I did this before too on my first project. I didn't wear gloves, so then I was, days with having stain on your fingers. If you know anything that takes the stain off a lot quicker than just hot water and soap, comment in the comment section. Let me know. It'd be greatly appreciated. All right, so those two are done. So I'm going to take this one now, and I'm going to use the Colonial Maple. I swear it's... All right. So this really just lightens it up. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that one at all, but we'll look at it. We'll see. And if I don't like it, well, I can always change it, right? Yeah, I don't think this is going to be one for my liking anyways. So I'm going to pass on the Colonial for sure, because I just don't think it really makes it pop. If that's, yeah. As you can see here. So any guesses yet what I'm building? I'll read the comments. I'll check the comments. So anyways, I'm just going to let these dry for a minute. I just got to go grab something real quick, and then I'll be right back, and we'll finish this video off. Here is the outcome of my little project. They're little tea light candle holders. Look at that. I really like them. I think those turned out really cool. What do you think? Let me know. All right. So that's it for this video. But this is just from scrap and some tea light candles. You can buy them at a dollar store. All right. And if you don't want the tea light candles, you can buy the ones that actually just turn on with like a little battery and put them in there as well. But what a great little project that was, wasn't it? That was fun. And here's the bigger one. I think I like the 30-degree angle cut over the 15. Let me move this board here out of the way. What do you think? Let me know. Here's both. I think I like the 30-degree cut over the 15-degree cut. So if I were to make them again in the future, I'm going to go with the 30. But these are still really nice. And I'll do this one in the coffee stain as well. I really like the coffee stain. I've used that on my other two projects that I have. So I'm more of a darker stained person. So, but there it is. Thanks for following along. Thanks for joining me in this adventure. Until the next one, be safe in the workshop. Take care.